All right, so this is my Excel sheet. This is where I keep all my lesson plans. This is Monday, 29th. We've already done Bible, we've done math, we've done the reading, we've done grammar, we've done spelling, history's here. Where is phonics? Phonics is right here above spelling. You'll see I kind of split them. This is the the phonics slides, and then these will be the dictation slides that also go with phonics. I just separate it with spelling in between so that I don't get confused with the slides. But what I'll do is I'll click on this first one. Ozzy is learning this week beginning S blends. And this will be the same lesson I teach every single day. It'll be the same lesson over and over till Friday. So Ozzy's right here. Say hi, Ozzy.
Hi.
And we are going to do his lesson, and you'll see how long it actually takes to do the lesson. So right now, it's exactly 1 minute that we're into recording, and here we go. Ready?
Blah.
Boo.
Boo. Coo.
Cool. Yep.
Poo.
Foo.
Poo. Poo.
Foo.
Foo.
Sl.
Foo.
No, sl.
Foo.
Sl.
Foo.
Okay.
Da. Fa. E and A.
Because vowels say their name and they also say a short sound.
Qua. 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 Ga. L.
This has two sounds. And what? Ka. That's right.
Twa. Twa.
Tra. Good.
D.
Good.
Qua. L.
Woo.
L. Qua.
Bruh.
U. Ra. Yes. Anu. I know. Ta. Annie. Yeah. What?
What is that one?
And I.
Good. And then this is where you could do those same letters, sounds in sand. I really don't do that at this grade. It was more for kindergarten. And then blending. Blending is when we take each individual sound and we say them, and then we smush them together. So we have wa and e. We don't say the short sound. We say e because there's no other letter closing it in. So it says its name when that happens, when we end with just a vowel.
Wa.
So wa, e. What do we got?
We.
We. That's right. We. Okay. What about this one? We have
Pra.
pra and
E.
e. So we have
Pre.
pre. Good. Then we have bl.
Blah.
Bluff. And they can just drag out each sound as the car's moving. So here we go. Gl. A. Together. Glass. Oops, I went pretty fast. All right, next one. At. Flat. Good. I'm going to pause it so we can finish these so I don't make this video too long. All right, so this is our last word. So the next thing is called vowel intensive. So these are the vowels. I just make up a word on the spot that has usually a word that just has one vowel in it. And he'll have to tell me which vowel he hears. So here we go. Mop.
Oh.
Oh, there you go. Test.
E.
Trip.
E. I.
Good. Lug.
You.
Okay. What about map?
Ma. A. Map.
What is it? Good. All right, so that was vowels. And so they usually, when people buy these slides from IMSC, it's like they have certain word lists that goes with each one. I just get past all of that and come right here. New concepts. So this is what we're learning brand new today. So all the other sounds we practiced, we would have already known before this lesson. And that's why we're just doing a quick review. And now we're going to learn something brand new. And this is called beginning S blends. So now, just like we learned last time, we learned L blends. This time we're learning S blends. So when we have two consonants, consonants are a fancy word for these are not vowels. So all the other letters that aren't vowels are called consonants. Please leave the sticky notes alone. So when we have two consonants, we blend their sounds together. So by itself, this would say s, this would say s, But when they're together, we say sm. It's one sound. It's not two. So it's just sm, like smoothie.
Smoothie. I love smoothie.
And then I'll show some examples. SC together, normally it would say sk, but together it says sk, 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 and scan, yeah. Okay, then we have sk, same sound. Sk, ip, skip. Okay, what about this one? Sm, sm, l, smell. Good. What about this one? App, snap. Good, and I'll just keep going. So this was my last word. I went through all of them. I had paused the video for a moment. So now here we are at the next part of the phonics slides. It's a decodable reader, which just means a very easy reader. It usually takes whatever we're learning and puts those words into a little book. So on the first day, which is today, Monday, I read the book. It's called The Skit and the Muffin. And I read it, and then on Tuesday, I'll make him read it. I only make him read it once because he doesn't really need that much reading practice since he's a stronger reader. But if your child needs a little bit more practice, then every day have her read the book. Or read at least some of the pages, and you read some of the pages. So I'll read it today just so you can enjoy it. It says, well, I'll pause the video while I read this to him. So that was the end of the story, and there's always these comprehensions questions, which are pretty good. I will only ask them once on Monday because it doesn't make sense to keep asking the same questions. So tell me, who are the characters in the story?
My mom, the dad, Dad.
And Stan. I'm going to pause it while I ask him the rest of the questions. All right, now that we finished the questions, the next part of the slides is called dictation, which it's actually not in here. This is just a reminder to do dictation. I have another set of slides for that, and I'll show you that in a moment. So we'll go straight to red words. All right, so red words, fancy word for just sight words, words that we have to memorize because we can't just sound them out, right? So some words like that would be words that we could sound out even though they're red words are words like at. Other words that you just have to memorize that are most common in books are words like my, I. You don't spell the word my with M-I, it's M-Y. And so these are just things we got to memorize. So we call them red words because they don't follow the rules. Some of them do, some of them don't. Anyways, the first couple of them are words that we've been already practicing since the beginning of the school year. And each week we get 2 new ones. Every week we get 2 new ones. So the last 2 new ones for this week are 9 and 10. We've been practicing with word numbers. Numbers in word form, sorry. So these ones he should already know, so he'll just read them to me. Go ahead, Ozzy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. Let's pause it here. So, sorry, I shouldn't have gone that far, but sometimes he's just such a good reader. But anyways, when I got to the new one, or when you get to the new one, your child should be like, wait, what's this one? We haven't learned that one. And then that's when we'll tap it out. So Ozzy, can you show them how we tap it out? So this is our new one. Go ahead, Ozzy, and stick out your arm.
N-I-N-E.
9. Again.
N-I-N-E. 9. N-I-N-E. 9.
Good. And then we'll say, okay, that is one of our new words for the week. Go ahead and tap out the next one.
T-E-N. 10. T-E-N. 10. T-E-N. 10.
Good. And so he'll do that every day till Friday. And since this one at least is a really easy one to tap out. This one isn't, but it follows the silent E rule where when there's an E, when there's a vowel in the middle and an E at the end, E is having the vowel in the middle say its name. So we can figure that out, but it's just not as easy as just sounding it out like 10 is. Anyway, so we do the tapping for muscle memory. That's all it is. That's why we're tapping when we're learning it. It just helps us to memorize things. But that's the sight words. So once we're done, we do the last slide. This is the last thing. It's called syllable division. In first grade, you have to learn syllables. So when you click here, it'll open up another slide. You'll hit copy. Always make a copy. And it'll open up the syllables for the day. So back then when we were growing up, we learned to clap syllables to figure out how many parts. Like if I was trying to figure out how many syllables are in the word smitten, I would clap it out. Smitten. Two words, right? I mean, two parts, 2 syllable beats. But now, especially for testing and stuff, they want kids to figure out the other way to figure out how many syllables are in a word besides clapping it out, because that's kind of an old school way to figure it out. And so they have this new school way, which Ozzy's going to demonstrate right now. He's writing the word. We usually do this on a whiteboard, but it's okay. He wrote it on paper. This is the same paper I'll use for dictation. But anyways, after he has the word, he's got to underline any vowels or mark the vowels. I'm sorry. He puts the vowels. He put V for vowel, and then he draws a bridge. Uh-oh, he forgot the bridge. He connects the 2 vowels that he found. Go ahead and, yep, so we mark the vowels by putting a V under any vowels in the word. Then can I show them your bridge real quick? Mm-hmm. Then he draws a line to connect them. And then he fills out what are those things in the middle of the bridge. Consonants. He has 2 T's. Anything that's not a vowel are called consonants. So stop. Don't do it yet. So we've got vowel, 2 consonants, and another vowel. And we learned that we divide vowels syllables like this between the 2 what? Consonants. So he's going to draw his line dividing the word into 2 parts. So now we've got smitten, smitten, smitten. So how many syllable parts are in this word?
2.
2. 1, 2. And this is closed or open?
Both of them are closed.
Closed, meaning both the vowels have a letter after them, so they have to say their short sound. Good. And that's how we would have done that. They always come with 2 words to practice. So I did one today on Monday. I'll pick another day this week randomly to do this one. Other than that, phonics is done. And I would get out of the phonics slide. But the last part, which I told you I have a different set of slides for, is dictation. So dictation is just writing out words. So Ozzy's got his paper that we use for dictation, and he can start anywhere he wants. I'm going to pull up these slides. You don't have to worry about coming up with words that practice what you're learning. This week we're learning S-blends. They're going to have him do some words like that. So here we go.
Blab.
Blab.
Lab.
Oh, wait. I pulled up last week. Sorry, Ozzy. We are not on week 6. We are on week 7. Let's go to today. Sorry, Oz. Here we go.
Blab.
All right. Sorry, I had to relink the dictation slide for this week. I forgot to do it. So here we go. Ready?
Scab.
Scab. So let's tap it out. So this is how we tap it out. Scab. 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 So what's that new sound? Sk. We just learned that in our slides.
Scab.
Good. Now this is correctly written by the sounds, but remember we learned that there's two that say sk. It's actually SC, and we're going to learn a rule later on about how we know when to use K or how we know when to use C, but we haven't learned it yet. But this should actually be a C, okay? And so we'll do that for about 2 more words. I do like 3 or 4 a day. And so I'll just do 3 more words on that page, and then he will be completely done.